Morning students, in last class we discussed about classification of elements part 4, that is ionization energy. Now in this lesson we discuss about the electron affinity and electronegativity. So first of all, what is electron affinity? The amount of energy released when an electron added to outermost orbital of an atom in gaseous state is known as electron affinity. Once observe the definition, the amount of energy released when an electron added to outermost orbital of an atom is called as which one? Electron affinity. Generally, whereas in the case of ionization potential, the minimum amount of energy required to remove the electron, whereas here the addition of electron. So whenever we add an electron to the outermost orbital of an atom, what happens? Some amount of energy is released. Such an amount of energy is called as which one? Electron affinity. It is also measured in kilojoule per mole. It is also measured in which one? Kilojoule per mole. So that is the definition of which one? Electron affinity. The amount of energy released when an electron is added to the neutral gas state atom into the outermost orbital is known as which one? Electron affinity. Okay, clear? And you must remember, for every atom, the first addition of electron to that one is negative, thermodynamically negative. Means the first electron affinity values of every element is negative. So here the negative sense means amount of energy is released, that is thermodynamically. Whereas in the case of, for the another electron enter into the one, that means when you want to addition the another electron, we require which one? Certain amount of energy is absorbed, because we already one electron is addition. So what happened? The outermost have more electrons. So while you are entering into the another electron, what happened? There must be a repulsive forces generated between the previous electron and what is the added electron. So that's why we supply more energy to that one to bind with the nucleus. So that's why for every atom the second electron affinity values is positive. Second EA values of every element is positive. So clear now? So the electron affinity of first element, electron affinity of every element, first electron affinity is which one? Negative. Whereas the second electron affinity value is positive. Means because of the second electron which is repelled by the remaining electrons which are present in the outermost shell. So that's why what happened? Thermodynamically we represented the negative sign, means here the not negative. Negative means amount of energy is released, whereas the positive means amount of energy is absorbed. That is about the which one? Electron affinity. Now electron affinity depends on which one? So electron affinity depends on both atomic size and number of electrons present in outer shell. So the electron affinity value depends on which one? Both the atomic size as well as number of electrons present in the outer shell. So as the atomic size increases, what happens? And number of electrons will increases, what happens? That will be discussed. So in the case of periods, how this electron affinity is changes means from left to right. That means always we move in period from left to right only. So from left to right, the halogens have more electron affinity. Why? Because these atoms, which atoms? Halogen atoms. Chlorine, bromine, iodine and fluorine. These are the required one more electron to get nearby their octet configuration of elements or inert gases element. So that's why these elements, which elements? The halogens have more tendency to possess more electron affinity, because one more electron is required to attain the inert gas configuration. So that's why while we are moved from left to right in a period, the electron affinity values are increases. And one more thing, what happens here depends upon the atomic size. So as the atomic size decreases, the electron affinity value increases. So that's the one. So what happens in the case of a period from left to right, the atomic radius is decreases. So that's why what happened, the electron affinity values also increases. Whereas in case of a group, generally in group we discuss from which one? Top to bottom. From top to bottom, the electron affinity values are decreases. Means the atomic radius increases. So whenever the atomic radius increases, what happens? The nuclear force of attraction in the outermost electron will be decreases. So that's why if you want to addition of another electron, then what happens? It absorbs, that means it absorbs more energy for the second electron affinity values. Generally first affinity value is negative. In the case of a second electron affinity values will be, what happened? The positive value will be increases. Means more energy is supplied to bind the electron into the atom. So that's why what happened here. From top to bottom, the electron affinity values will be decreases. Clear? Whereas in the case of the last group elements, that means zero group or inert gases, these elements electron affinity is almost zero, because it is already having octet configuration in their outermost orbit. So that's why these elements does not require any electron. So let us consider which one? These elements electron affinity values consider as a zero. The EA values of zero group element is considered as a which one? Zero only, because these elements are already having inert gas configurations. That means NS2 NP6 is fulfilled. So that's why the electron affinity of last group elements, that is called zero group elements, is zero. Clear? So that is about the which one? Electron affinity. So finally what we discussed here, electron affinity definition and how it is measured, as well as how these are changes in periods and groups. Once I recollect, so listen carefully. The amount of energy released when an electron is added to the outermost orbital of an atom in a gas state is known as which one? Electron affinity. And this is also measured in which one? Kilojoule per mole. So thermodynamically it is represents for first ionization value is electron affinity value is negative. That means certain amount of energy is released. Whereas in the case of the second ionization, electron affinity value will be what happened? Positive. Not only for the single atom, for every atom the second electron affinity value is positive only. That means we give some amount of energy to bind the electron. So, and this is depends upon the which one? Both atomic size as well as number of electrons. The number of electrons increases means what happens? The repulsive force is generated more. So that's why if you want to try to enter the electron, it will be repelled. So that's why it is more difficult to addition of electron to the outermost orbital. Clear? So that's why the number of electrons present in the outermost orbital also will be affected. Now, how this property is gradation in periods and groups? Means from left to right, what happened? The ionization energy values, the electron affinity values are more, whereas the halogens have more electron affinity values because they have one electron is required to get which one? Octet configuration. Whereas in the case of a group, from top to bottom, the electron affinity values of decreases because the atomic size will be increases. So that is the one of the property of electron affinity. Now we discuss another one, which one? About the electronegativity. Electronegativity. So how it is defined? The tendency of the atom to attract the bond pair of electrons towards itself is called electronegativity. The tendency of the atom to attract the bond pair of electrons towards itself is called as electronegativity. So electronegativity is different from electron affinity. Electron affinity means you are adding the electron, but whereas in the case of electronegativity means while the atoms are participate in chemical bonding, the pair of electron which is present in the bond pair, that will be attracted by one atom morely. The tendency to attract bonded pair is known as which one? Electronegativity. So finally, what we defined? The tendency of the atom to attract the bond pair of electron towards itself is called as which one? Electronegativity. So this one have no units. It has no specific units. It has no specific units. Yeah. But how to measure this one? For measuring this of electronegativity, we have two scales. One is a Pauling scale, and second one is Millikan scale. So we have two scales to measure the electronegativity. So how this electronegativity measured by Pauling scale as well as Millikan scale? Let us we discuss now. First one, Pauling scale. Linnaeus Pauling measured the electronegativity of the element based on the bond energy of the bonded atoms. Pauling scale is based on which one? bond energy of the bonded atoms. So here the electronegativity is measured as of two elements is defined as which one? The product of 1 point which one? 1017 into delta. Here XA comma XB are the electron negativity of the elements. What is delta? So delta is the measure of bond energy differences. That means that is EA. Here EAB is defined as which one? Here A is an atom, B is an atom. That is the difference in the bond energies of the atoms. So that will be defined as 1/2 into R So this is the bond energy of which one? Monatomic. This one is also bond energy of which one? Monatomic. So the energies, bond energies will be calculated, and finally from that we calculate which one? Delta. That means, for example, a chlorine atom is there as well as an hydrogen atom is there. So what is the bond energy of this one? Is will be EAA, and this one is the EBB. That means how much amount of energy is required to break this bond molecule, as well as how much amount of bond energy required to break the bond molecule. That will be calculated here and enter into the plan. So this is the which one? Bond energy of a monatomic molecule. This is the bond energy of a monatomic molecule. So while you substituting, get the which one? A delta value. That delta value will be give us the which one? The difference in the electronegativity of the elements. So according to which one? Pauling scale, the electron negativity is completely based on the measurement of which one? Bond energy only. So which one have more bond energy, that will more require to bond breaking energy. So that's why what happen, automatically the value will be increases. Clear? So that means the electronegativity is more for that one element which have more bond energy. So finally what we concluded here means the electronegativity on the Pauling scale is given 0 to 4. You have no units, but the values are measured from which one? 0 to 4. Here the highest 4 value is for the element fluorine. The element fluorine. That means according to Pauling scale, the fluorine exhibit more electronegativity. Which element possesses more electronegativity? Fluorine possesses more electronegativity than all other elements. That is, the value is 4. The remaining elements, then after which one? After the fluorine, oxygen. After which one? Chlorine is more electronegative. So what happened here now? While you are substituting the values of the individual bond energies of the atom, then we calculate the which one delta value. If the delta value is substituted, the differences gives the electronegativity of the bonded atoms. So which one have more electronegative? What happens? That one tendency to attract the bonded electron towards itself. For example, if hydrogen fluoride is there, according to Pauling scale, which one is more electronegative? Fluorine is more electronegative. That means here the hydrogen contributes 1 electron as well as the fluorine contributes 1 electron. This electron pair is shifted towards which one? Fluorine, because the fluorine have which one? More electronegativity. More electronegativity. So that's why just a simple polarity will be obtained on delta plus on H plus, so H ion as well as which one? Delta minus on fluorine. So from this bonding nature of this molecules, what we observe here, the fluorine have more electronegativity tendency. So that's why what happened, the bonded electrons are shifted towards the fluorine. So that's why the fluorine acquires a slightly negative charge, whereas in the case of which one, the hydrogen possesses slightly positive charge. So that's why due to this a polar covalent bond is formed. Polar covalent bond is formed. That means in chemical bond you have learned about in previous class. That means in your 10th class about the polar covalent bond, non-polar covalent bond. So polar covalent bond is formed due to the when two different electronegativities elements are participate in covalently bonded, then what happen, more electronegative element is attract the bond electron towards itself, then it acquires the different polarity. Such bond is called as a polar covalent bond. So that's why according to Pauling scale, the electronegativity of the atoms will be depends on which one? Bond energies only. So if the bond energy difference is greater than 1.7, then it is said to be which one? Ionic bond. Ionic bond. That means the bond atoms which are participate, like as a which one? NaCl. Here it is an electropositive element, whereas the chlorine is electronegative element. So then what happens? The electronegativity difference is greater than the which one? 1.7. Then it is automatically said that to which one? Ionic bond. So from the difference in the electronegativities, we can conclude that if the two electrons, the two atoms are participated in chemical bond, if it is an ionic bond, it is a covalent or 50% ionic or 50% covalent, that can be calculated depend upon the which one? Electronegativities values only. So if the difference between the atoms which are participated in chemical bond, the electronegativity difference is greater than 1.7, then it is said to be which one? Ionic, whereas less than that one it is said to be which one? 50% ionic and 50% covalent. If it is less than 0.8, the bond is said to be which one? Covalent bond. So that will be classification depend upon the electronegativity differences between the two atoms which is participated in chemical bonding. So finally what we concluded here, depend upon the electronegativity values, we can order or we can distinguish the bond polarity, bond nature. So that's why this is the one of the most important property in which one? Periodic classification of elements. So once again we recollect and how it is gradient in the period as well as which one? Groups, that will be discussed. So what is electron negativity here? The tendency of the atom to attract the bonded pair electron towards itself is called as which one? Electronegativity. That will be called as which one? Electronegativity. It have no specific units. It is measured with the help of which one? Pauling scale, and another one is a millicon scale. Now we discuss the which one? Pauling scale. So Pauling scale according to the which one? Bond energies of the bonded atoms. Depends upon the which one? The Pauling scale is completely based on the calculation of which one? Bond energies. So the bond energies difference between substituted in the delta value. So delta equal to already given here, EA minus EB, that is nothing but which one? Half into EAA. EAA means it is a monoatomic molecule. This is also a monoatomic molecule. Then finally we concluded with some of these two atoms will be given. That will be gives the which one? Delta value. That value is substituted in this one. Then we get the which one? Difference in the electronegativity values. So from the electronegativity values, we concluded which is ionic bond or covalent bond or physically, that means 50% or 50% ionic, that will be calculated. Now the second one is which one? Millicon scale. So millicon scale, millicon scale. Millicon scale is completely based on the average value of ionization energy and electron affinity values. The average of which one? Ionization potential of element and electronegativity of the element. So the electronegativity En values according to which one? Millicon scale is defined as the average of electronegativity and electron affinity by 2. So while you substitute the values of each element, then we get the which one? Electronegativity values. So this is the millicon scale. So we have two scales, Pauling scale as well as millicon scale. Millicon scale values will be more than the which one? Pauling scale. That means what you calculated here, that value is more than which one? Pauling scale. Because of the ionization energy value is more for the which one? Halogens. Because more electronegativity is there, that means they have more tendency to attract the bond electrons. So automatically what happened? The ionization energy value as well as which one? Electron affinity value is also more. Clear? In the case of halogens, ionization energy value is more because while you are moving from left to right, what happens? The atomic radius decreases, the force of attraction increases, automatically the ionization energy value increases. As well as the electron affinity value also what happens? Increases due to the decrease in the atomic size. So that's why both the values are more in case of which one? Halogen. So that's why the value which is obtained by millicon scale is more than the which one? Pauling scale. But what we concluded here, both the scales are available and acceptable. Clear? So that's why by using these two scales, how can you classify, how can you gradate these values in periods and as well as in groups? That will be discussed. So in periods, from left to right, the electronegativity values are increases. So that's why halogens, especially fluorine, halogens possesses more electronegativity values. Clear? While you are moving from left to right, what happens? The atomic radius decreases, force of attraction increases. Whenever force of attraction increases, means the tendency of the attractor, the electron also will be increases in bond pairs. So that's why what happens? The halogens, especially fluorine, the remaining elements also possess more electronegativity. So finally, what we concluded, while you are moving from left to right, the electronegativity values are increases. No doubt in that. Okay. Now, whereas in the case of a group, so what happens? From top to bottom, the electronegativity values are decreases. The negative electronegativity value or decreases. Why? What happened? Because of increasing in the atomic radius or atomic size. So whenever the atomic size increases, means what happened? The nuclear force of attraction will be automatically decreases. So the tendency to attract the electron will be also decreases. That means from the electronegativity values, we can conclude that while the moving from top to bottom in a group, the electronegativity character increases, means what happened? The electropositive character will be increases. That means it is easily lose the electron. That means it make into cation easily. So that's why while in the case of a group from top to bottom, the electronegativity values also decreases. Clear? So that's about the gradation of electronegativity property in periods and groups. Clear? That's about the which one? Electron affinity and electronegativity.